Shalom, shalom. Call Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Call Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Shalom, my brother. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Barakatah. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Makak double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders, the great millstone. Shalom Baharim, Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, which is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Bahashim, which means in the name of. Yahweh Shai is the name of the only begotten Son, who was sent to deliver the children of Israel from their sins. Bashim Makak means in the name of the Holy Spirit, which is the volume of the book, the Spirit of Truth. Shalom Baharium, peace to the elect. That's the men, women, and children whose names are written in the book of life, who's ordained to be delivered in these last days. All right, shalom. And yesterday I was having a conversation for the past 2 days. I was talking to certain brothers, elders, captains, so on and so forth, about raising our frequency, going to the next level, the Spirit told me I'll speak on it real quick. There was a time going back to 2013, roundabout, maybe a little earlier than that. Matter of fact, it was about 2012. We wasn't really known for, Great Millstone wasn't really pushing the herbs as much, And I believe the Elder Monaghan was visiting in New York, and there was a time when Apostle Gabar was, he had some ailments and things of that nature, man. This is going way back, again, about 2012. And I remember the elder brother Monaghan, had, told him about this lady named Smita at the time. And Smita was an herbalist. She was a well-known herbalist, that basically wound up helping us out, man. She helped out Apostle Gabar. She helped out all of us in all reality. But it was all through the grace of the Lord, through the grace of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And I'll say that to say because that was one major lesson that we learned back then as far as, conducting ourselves in the truth, being parallel with our diet, and that's when I remember the apostles had just came back and the bishops had just came back from Texas. And I remember Texas, they was down there and they did a video about the herbs. I'll never forget this, man. And then when the apostles came back, that's when Apostle Bar wound up coming down to DC. And then that's when the herbs was pushed like hard body, man. The brothers, the elders, starting with the elders, was pushing the herbs real heavy, real hard, man. That began exponential amount of growth in the truth, because the herbs, all right, which is the scriptures called the flower, okay, it's a part of the ministry. Our diet is a part of the ministry, man. I'll tell a story, man, and it's a well-known story here in the DMV region area, if you will, where one time, Apostle Gabar during that time frame had made some food, some fresh steamed vegetables and things of that nature. Brothers brought in some pizza, man. And and brothers kind of, caught the itis and shit, man. I never forget Apostle Gabar. All of us remember at the time, the different elder brothers that's down here that was here. It was actually at my house, and he wound up cursing us all out. Pretty much, look, what the hell y'all doing eating this garbage, man? And brothers had the itis laid out, and it was shameful, man, because it showed the difference of our frequency, our energy levels, eating that GMO pizza, right, versus, a freshly cooked, halfway decent meal. I remember, mainly I remember them steamed vegetables, man, And I remember, them spirits was fucking with, Apostle Gabar at the time. And then I remember him eating the vegetables, changing his diet. And that's why I learned, and not just me, it was other brothers that would be around too, how to, really cook, but like cook healthy, and hey, I remember, I'm just sharing this as a testimony of Apostle Gabar. He was going through what he was going through, but hey, the man is still in the faith, still doing the work. I'm not going to get into too many details of what was going on, but the point of the matter is that I seen through the spirit when a man, alters his diet, what it can do to a man's spirit, and not only from Apostle Gabar, but it was all of us, and we learned from that, and it's the same thing with us, and not only with those examples that we have now, which are great examples, but ultimately you have great examples from the men of the Lord of the ancient times. All right. There's two examples I want to get, and then I'm going to speak on and elaborate a little further. The first example we'll get. All right. Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Daniel, chapter 1. And the point is, right. The point is at verse 10, but I'm going to start at verse 5. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now among these were the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names, for he gave unto Daniel the name of Belshazzar, and to Hananiah Shadrach, and to Mishael and Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now the Most High had brought Daniel into the favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. Verse 10. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who hath appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your face worse liking than the children which are of your sort? Then ye make me endangered my head to the king. I'll read that in NLT. It says, but he responded, I am afraid of my lord the king, who has ordered that you eat this food and wine. If you become pale and thin compared to the other youths your age, I am afraid the king will have me beheaded. Verse 11. Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink, which pulse represents vegetables, right? It says, then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So there's a comparison. Those that are going to eat the meat and drink the wine, as opposed to those who are going to just eat the vegetables. Meaning what? Have a green-based diet. Okay? So they were doing a trial run. All right? Verse 13. I'm going to read in the NLT. At the end of the 10 days, see how we look compared to the young men who are eating the king's food, which is the king's meat. All right? The delicacies. All right? The meats. All right? The wine. Right? Then make your decision in light of what you see. I'm going to continue in NLT. The attendant agreed to Daniel's suggestion and tested them for 10 days. At the end of the 10 days, Daniel and his 3 friends looked healthier and better nourished than the young men who had been eating the food assigned by the king. Right? Verse 16. So after that, the attendant fed them only vegetables instead of the food and wine provided for the others. Verse 17. This is the main point, all right? The Most High gave these 4 young men an unusual aptitude for understanding every aspect of literature and wisdom. And the Most High gave Daniel the special ability to interpret the meaning of visions and dreams. You see? So not only did they look healthier by eating the vegetables and eating that eating of the flour, they got more understanding and wisdom and interpretation of the dreams. Okay? So again, if you wanna raise your frequency, you wanna come up on another level, all right, you wanna get more understanding in the truth, then what are you gonna do? You're gonna alter your diet. Okay? Meaning what? You're gonna eat more healthier to get more understanding, along with prayer, man. All right? So that's in the book of Daniel. That's the first example I want to go into the book of Daniel. So let's go to the book of Daniel, chapter 10, and start at verse 1. And in the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a thing was revealed unto Daniel, whose name was Belshazzar, and the thing was true. But the time appointed was long, and he understood the thing and had the understanding of the vision. In those days, I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth, neither did I appoint myself at all till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled. All right, so Daniel didn't eat any bread, he didn't eat any meat, and he didn't drink any wine for 3 whole weeks. Right? Verse 4. And in the 24th day of the 1st month, as I was by the side the great river, which is Hiddekel, then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man, clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body was like the beryl, and his face was the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as a lamp of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. Right? So we understand that. Who is that talking about? This is talking about Yahweh Shai. So when Daniel altered his diet and ate a green-based diet for 3 weeks, Yahweh Shai was revealed unto Daniel, man. He actually seen Yahweh Shai. Okay? So that shows you a major significance of when a man actually alters his diet to a green-based diet, right? It gives him more clarity. The Most High will open your mind to particular visions, man. You will get more understanding in the truth. All right? You'll be more in tune with the spirit. Okay? So that's not saying that you have to be a vegan, not saying that you have to straight up, just turn down meat and not drink wine ever again, which during the Passover, these are the things that we're commanded to do. But for seasons and time, you should be looking to alter your diet so that you become more constrained. Okay, and that's why Paul also talked about what? I keep under my body. All right, lest I be a castaway. All right, a part of keeping your body, a part of disciplining your body is monitoring your diet. It's the spirit too, because like I said, I was actually going to do this video yesterday, but the spirit had it to where I didn't. And Apostle Tahar just uploaded a video not too long ago about a man that has care for his diet. All right, a man of God is going to have care for his diet and meat. All right, you're going to watch what you eat. Okay, you're going to watch what you consume in your body. Okay, matter of fact, before I go to the other example, bear with me a moment. Let's go to This is the book of Sirach, chapter 31. Okay? I'll start at verse 20. Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating. All right? So if you're having problems with sleeping, which you need your sleep, you need your rest. And how does the Most High give instruction? Through sleep. Okay? So sound sleep is a beneficial thing, okay, to being more heightened in the spirit. Okay? Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating. He riseth early, and his wits are with him. So if you're having a problem getting up in the morning, watch how you eat. Matter of fact, you shouldn't really eat, especially heavy meats or anything heavy late at night, because what happens is that your organs, your intestines, your stomach, your intestines, your large intestines, small intestines are still working while it should be resting. So you have a harder time sleeping when you eat heavy late at night. Okay? So therefore your body can't rest, and therefore you'll have a harder time waking up in the morning. All right? It says what? He riseth early, and his wits are with him. But the pain of watching and choler and pangs of the belly are with an unsatiable man, meaning a man that's unsatisfied. You know, you just eating mad food late at night. All right, you wake up, you don't really have your wits. All right, and then the sleep from heavy foods at night, as opposed to when you know the difference when you alter your diet. You know the difference of your body and your sound sleep. You know, you can see better, you think clearer. And that's the thing. When you eating greens, when you eating a more healthier fruit and greens diet, you have a more clearer sense in your mind. You're decalcifying your pineal gland. All right, you open up your third eye. All right, you got all these different podcasts and Instagram posts and these different individuals. There's mad stuff coming out. There's a bunch of information coming out as far as what these different herbs do to heighten your frequency. And I always talk about this. Like, for instance, if you go to Mom's Organic Market here in Baltimore, which is in a neighborhood called Hamden. And if you know about Hamden, it's extremely racist and it's mad witches. There's a bunch of witches over there. It's witchcraft galore over in Hamden. But what's over there? Mom's Organic Market. And who's going in and out of there? Them different witches and warlocks. All right, inside of when you go on Whole Foods, you see them gothic individuals, Wegmans, and these different places where you can get the better herbs and you get more fresher greens and stuff like that. Them witches and warlocks is doing that on the left-hand side. Why is that? Matter of fact, in that interview with James Todd, he talked about that. Okay, when you watch that interview about James Todd, when he talks about when he was amongst those different witches and warlocks, one of their top three parts of their religion is their diet. Why? Because they want to keep themselves on a high frequency. So if they're doing that on the left-hand side, how much more on the right-hand side? You want to keep your frequency as high as possible. So what do? You have a care for your diet. All right, you watch what you eating, man. Okay? And we're not perfect. Jake, you're going to eat, every once in a while, you're going to eat some chicken. You want to stay away from fried food to the best of your ability. Fried chicken, wings, and all that. Which, that, man, even the lamb, the goat, steaks. You want to be moderate in those particular things. That's an American-based diet. All right, that's a Babylonian type way. Matter of fact, it said that the king of Babylon was the one feeding the children of Israel meats all the time and having them drink wine all the time. That's why you go in the ghettos, and mainly where you see it's a liquor store in every other corner. All right, you got the chicken box. You can go get a chicken box. You go get some fried 4-piece wings and French fries and super fast. Why? Because they know that they put these things in your neighborhood to keep your frequency down. All right. So diet is extremely important, especially being in the ministry, man. All right. And then that's another thing. Fast food. Get away from fast food, man. Learn how to cook. All right. If you don't know how to cook, then you should be learning how to cook. All right. That's look, man, those priests, All right, in the ancient times, in the temples, they was cooking, man. All right, they knew how to deal with the herbs. Why? Because the people will come to the priest with their ailments, right? And the priest will they will cook up an apothecary, if I'm saying it right, apothecary, which was a mixture of herbs that we put a concoction together to give as a supplement to whoever came to them with their ailments. All right. Really, your kitchen is a place where medicine, that's your real medicine cabinet is the kitchen. All right, you getting ailments, you feel yourself getting a little strep throat, honey, garlic, clove. All right, you should have all kind of different herbs in your kitchen, man. All right, even for other brothers, man, a brother come through, visit, I've been feeling kind of down, this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. I've been having a headache. Or you know what, brother, I got this, Even for your family, your wife, your children, you're supposed to have these things on deck, especially if you calling yourself a priest. All right? Those herbs are for healing, as thus saith the Holy Scriptures, man. All right? So I want to get one last example. Right. I want to get this one last No, let me keep going. Salakia. Sirach chapter 31 and 21. And if thou hast been forced to eat, arise, go forth, vomit, and thou shalt have rest. My son, hear me, and despise me not. At the last, thou shalt find I told thee, and all thy works be quick, so shall there no sickness come unto thee. You see? So your diet, your frequency, sickness, all right, they're all in cahoots with one another. So that's the point on that. Now let's go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, right? And I'll start at verse 22, because Ezra was getting the visions. He was getting more and more visions, but Ezra wanted more visions. So the angel of the Lord told him what to do. He gave him instruction on what to do. Let's see what it says. Let's start verse 23. Nevertheless, if thou wilt cease 7 days more, but thou shalt not fast in them, but go into a field, meaning don't eat, don't starve yourself, don't do a Day of Atonement type fast for 7 days. All right, but go into a field of flowers where no house is builded, right? And eat only the flowers of the field. Taste no flesh, drink no wine, but eat flowers only. What's flowers? Oh, you know what I found out? Echinacea, yarrow. Those are flowers, man. Marigold. Those are flowers. People grow these things in their gardens, bro. But they don't even know that it's actual medicine. Rose petals. These flowers that people think they put in their gardens and just, I want to make my house look nice. They want to raise their property value. It'd be actual medicine. Elderberry. You got plenty of flowers that are out there that are actually medicine. So when it says flowers, that's what it means. Okay? It says what? But go into the field of flowers where no house is builded, and eat only the flowers of the field. Taste no flesh, drink no wine, but eat flowers only. And pray unto the highest continuously. This proves that he wasn't talking to the Most High. Okay? He was talking to an angel. Right? And pray unto the highest continuously. Then will I come and talk with thee. So I went my way into the field, which is called Ardath, like as he commanded me, and there I sat among the flowers, and did eat the herbs of the field, and the meat of the same satisfied me. He's talking about what? The meat, which is talking about the herbs. The meat of the same satisfied me. After 7 days I sat upon the grass, and my heart was vexed within me like as before. And I opened my mouth and began to talk before the Most High and said, O Lord, thou showest thyself unto us. Thou wast show unto our fathers in the wilderness, in a place where no man treadeth, in a barren place when they came out of Egypt. And thou spakest, saying, Hear me, O Israel, and mark my words, thou seed of Jacob. So that's when he started to get the revelation. He started to get more revelations. After what? Eating the flour, eating the herb. This is a part of the ministry, man. Okay? You know? So that's pretty much the point, man. You know? Ezra's got the visions. Daniel saw Yahweh Shai after eating the herbs of the field for 3 weeks. All right? It said that Mishael, Azariah, right? The 3 holy sons and Daniel, right? They started to increase their wisdom when what? When they ate the herbs of the field, man. Okay? And we know that what? All hell is about to break loose. Esau about to I've been hearing about certain, brothers and people in the world, that have been getting sick left and right, sore throats, infections, sinus infections, ear infections, and all these different things. And we know that these things is coming down the pipe. So what are we supposed to be doing? We're supposed to be eating a particular diet, conducting ourselves in a particular fashion to be prepared for those things, to build your immune system as a fighting mechanism towards these different ailments. We're not supposed to just say, oh, you know what? The Lord be with us. That's it. Nah, man. Faith without works is dead. You got faith that the Most High deal with you, so follow the instruction that he gave us, right? To act out your faith so that the Most High can be your defense in that time. All right? And that's pretty much it, man. I'm going to close on that. Call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Akakudah. Shalom.